Test 9 of the KTEA is Reading Comprehension. Reading Comprehension assesses a student's ability to gain meaning from text. Reading Comprehension is appropriate for all ages and grades. The start points are based on grade level sets. The basal rule is that the student has to answer the first two items correctly. If the student answers the first two items correctly, subsequent items are administered. If the student does not answer the first two items correctly, the remaining items related to that passage are administered, and then the examiner reverses by set. There are two components to the discontinue rule. The first is that you discontinue testing if the student makes 5 consecutive errors. The second component of the discontinue rule is using decision points. At the end of each set, there is a decision rule. For reading comprehension, if the student has 4 or more errors in a set, you discontinue testing and identify the raw score. If the student has 3 or fewer errors in a set, you continue to the next set. In this case, you then follow the discontinue rules for the next set. Reading comprehension is untimed. For many of the items, students are asked to read a passage and read and answer the questions. Students must read and answer the questions independently. The examiner may not read any words or any questions to the students. During this test, students may read orally or silently. One last administration guideline is that students cannot be provided with any assistance with reading any words during the test. This includes hints, suggestions, or provisions of proper nouns. You begin administration by saying, "Now I'll ask you to do some reading." There are 8 sets for the reading comprehension test. Set A is the recommended starting set for students in pre-kindergarten and kindergarten and includes items 1 through 20. Set B is the recommended starting set for students in first grade and includes items 8 through 35. Set C is the recommended starting set for students in second grade and includes items 21 through 45. Set D is the recommended starting set for students in third grade and includes items 29 through 57. Set E is the recommended starting set for students in 4th and 5th grade and includes items 39 through 68. Set F is the recommended starting set for students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades and includes items 58 through 86. Set G is the recommended starting set for 9th and 10th grade and includes items 65 through 94. Set H is the recommended starting set for 11th grade and up and includes items 82 through 105. The reading comprehension scoring sheet includes both the item number and the set or sets in which that item can be found. Each item is labeled with a letter representing the set. For example, item 8 is part of set A and part of set B. You'll notice that the recommended start set is indicated with an arrow. You'll also notice that at the end of each set, there is a decision point that is designated with a diamond and the set letter. Elaboration of the decision rule can be found in this section. Reading comprehension assesses a student's ability to gain meaning from text in several different ways. The first type of items are rebus items. These ask the student to match a symbol with a picture of an object. For this item, the student is asked, which one of these tells about this? The student is to point to the symbol of the bed. The second type of items are word level items. Students are asked to point to the picture that goes with each word. In this case, the student would point to the picture of the log and point to the picture of the pan. The third type of items are command items. Students are asked to read the sentence and follow the directions. For this example, the student would tell the examiner his or her eye color. The remaining items assess comprehension by asking students to read either a sentence or a short passage. They are then asked to read and answer the questions. The passages start out short with a single sentence and become longer. For example, this passage is much more complex than the first example shown. Students are asked to answer a variety of questions. These questions could be multiple choice or open-ended. The passages include both narrative and expository passages, and the questions assess both literal and inferential comprehension.